Okay, so possession, Christine presented, you know the synopsis kind of thingy. But so when Christine and I would rant about this book, because neither of us really liked it, she always made it the point, like, what the heck does it have to do with possession? So I was like, you know what, good topic for this. So possessing possession. So A.S. Byatt's introduction to this, she said that she wanted to discuss the relation between living and dead minds, which is like, okay, sure. And it's basically just saying, what when you're researching something, does the research possess the research, or does the research possess the researcher? Just an interesting topic. And so there's different levels of possession because there's different definitions of possession throughout the years. And so the basic one is to own an actual object, like I own this note card because it has my writing on it. So the two main kind of possessions within the book are the letters and the money, because they have two different groups of people going after these letters, but one group of people actually wants to go after the money that these letters will bring them. But so, well, the letters will uncover knowledge and change Ash scholarship and other scholarships, and then you can build a museum, and like everyone cares about these dead words. So, but basically, since there are so many different groups of people, they all have different information, and they won't give it to others. So none of them can really possess the whole thing, which is their objective, so they can't really possess anything. Then, as part of, you can also be possessed by your drives, and like what drive, yeah, what drives you. And so, like, you have the one side of Roland and Maud, who are just kind of in it for the knowledge purposes, and they're like actually interested in Christabella Lamont and Randolph Henry Ashe. And then there's Blackadder and Cropper, who are both at each other's necks, basically just like, hey, if I get these letters, then it'll bring me fame, and I'll be able to say, hey, look, I found these letters, and I'm great, and yay. And also, we can be possessed by our relationships, because in the beginning, Roland and Val's relationship is very bland, so everything's bland, their house is bland, their personalities become really bland, they are boring. But then, when they kind of break off, and then we get to Val's and like her boyfriend relationship, it becomes a bit more passion. We see a bit more of a Val side of like she's actually has a personality. And then when Roland and Maud get together, they bring out the good virtues that they're looking for in each other. So they're trying to look for, like, Roland's looking for someone nice that's not Maud, that's not Val. And Maud has like kind of the opposite characteristics of Val, and he sees those and he wants those, and so that also brings it out in him, which is nice. And there's also the business relationship between Roland and Blackadder, because in the beginning he's just kind of like a grad student. He wants to be where Blackadder is, like this big, in charge of the Ash factory and like one of the main scholars for Ash scholarship. And so there's like that kind of respect, and like since Roland wants to possess that, he kind of becomes possessed by wanting to be that. And so in the end, when he does kind of get that, he's like, yay. But so the main point of the book in the end is that the only real possession, the only real important possession is possession of self. It's like being in control of your own self, because you can have possession of the letters, but then that kind of deviates away from your own personal judgment and like, yeah. But it's like, it's just being true to yourself and not letting other things influence you. Because at the end, Roland's like, hey, I'm gonna be myself. And I don't have to be influenced by these outside forces, and he and Maud can go have a relationship.